Little Fry and the Bald Guy.
Here we are. Jasmine. What's up? What up?
Hola!
Hola.
How
hola.
y'all been? Sorry we haven't been posting lately. We've been all caught up with school, work, and all that stuff. But
All that stuff.
and the weekends and stuff like that. Things that we've gone on a roller coaster ride, and we're trying to cool down from. Stop shaking the house.
I need to get on my treadmill. I need to get back on my treadmill. Yeah, I'm shaking the house. Although I did weigh myself last night, and I wasn't as far off as I thought I would be, so I could get running circles in the backyard doesn't replace a treadmill for some reason. I don't know. Shout out to our neighbors for not looking at us too funny for running in circles in the backyard.
They're never out there whenever we run.
Thank the Lord. All right, so to catch y'all up real quick, we actually recorded a whole awesome episode, a special grilling episode in the backyard,
answering a whole bunch of questions that y'all guys.
We already went through them all.
But the audio wasn't working.
Yeah, so it was some weird thing between the Wi-Fi and the app on my phone to control them, and I didn't record a second audio stream. I depended on the GoPros. Obviously, I need to do a little bit, look a little bit more into how to operate them. But long story short, I didn't pull the computer out into the yard to record a separate audio stream. So.
And I actually told him that that I was making sure that it would be okay if we didn't have the microphones out there, because I would think that the microphones would help us. But apparently somebody didn't listen.
Hey, you live and you learn, right?
Well, yeah, I guess that. I guess. We learn off of our mistakes. So, today, we are. What are we doing? Are we answering the questions or?
I'm looking. Oh, here they are. Okay, going back to those questions. Okay, so they're all like new again since it's been a few days. But
Yeah,
Sarah asked, "How does she think this will affect your schooling next year, if at all?"
So, I just think that these schools, we might be, more careful and maybe, do some more distancing, because we might not go immediately back into school, and I don't think that they're gonna, make us stay out of school until all of this is over. Everyone has been tested, everyone's done. I think that there's still going to be a few people with the virus, but they're going to be on lockdown and stuff like that. So maybe we'll have to do a bunch of social distancing. Maybe we'll I don't know.
Just a bunch of new rules. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same that it was.
Concept. The concept would be at my school, we have our desks. So our desks make squares.
Touch my face.
And there's 4 of us. And there's 4 of us in one. And we have half the classroom for our desks. So, somebody's going to be right here. 4 people are going to be right here. And then 4 people are going to be right beside their table. That's just how my school works. But in my classroom, we had that, and then at the back, the very, very back, beside the lockers, there were desks in a row like this, because all the desks are triangles. So
So you think they're gonna have? So you think they're gonna have y'all sitting differently?
Yeah, yes, sir. So maybe one square desk right here, and then
and just have them spread apart.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, well, let's not get hung up. Hey, watch that coughing over there, Eugene.
Sorry. I just got dry throat actually.
Mm-hmm. Eyes on you. Eyes on you. All right, so Grandpa says, what are some ideas? What are some ideas for kids to do while they're being, staying at the house all the time?
So, what? So for some activities, like, it depends on the type of person that you are. If you like music or arts and crafts or reading, like, music people can create ways to do music. Just don't annoy your parents, kids. Like, I did that whenever I was cleaning my room. I found an extra Easter egg, and there was this tiny necklace that I also found, and I put the necklace inside the Easter egg, and then I made an Easter egg maraca.
So you can look up on YouTube for a lot of different things, and like you said, look find out what the interest of the kid is. I think was your point. So some people have different things they want, that they want to do. So
some people
figure out, identify
writing.
what you like to do, and then look on YouTube and just Google it. I guess I don't know. We don't have a lot of ideas off the top of our heads.
I have a few.
Why don't you? Well, I don't at least. Well, give them a couple ideas, and then let's move on to the next ones.
Like if you you can work out with your parents. Because it's better to be safer than sorry. So whenever the virus hits, a lot of people aren't prepared because they're not working out and they're not healthy enough. So if you work out and you eat healthy while this is going on, then the virus won't hurt you as bad because you have more in your body to fight the virus. You already have stuff in your body to fight the virus, but if you're not healthy and you're not active, then those things start to die off because they have less things to do. But if you keep your heart running and you're active and you eat healthy and you do all this healthy stuff, then you gain more protectors in your body to fight the virus, and then that is more of a likely chance that you will survive the virus.
That's a good call out. That's another thing. Why don't you share some of the things that we've been doing?
So,
like these fish don't keep us busy enough. Actually, shout out to the fish. They're low maintenance, honestly. We don't have to fool with them too much.
So, besides staying on your devices, you can, I made this up. So, two things. So, yesterday we went down to, our families around our family.
Well, the point is to talk about things that don't involve leaving the house. So we probably shouldn't mention how we went to Pine Bluff yesterday.
Okay, but whenever we got back, I said that I was going to ground myself from all of my devices until my room was clean and my bathroom was clean. And you can do that, and you can also...
How did that work out for you? How was Fortnite earlier today?
I forgot. We came back really late, so I didn't have enough time, okay? Leave me alone.
All right, let's move on to the next question. We're spinning our tires,
have a game day.
spinning our wheels. All right. Do you have any update? Amy said something about perspective on what's going on right now. Do you have any updates on how you feel about how everything is going? I mean, we've been mostly stuck at the house for a long time now, or for several weeks, comparatively speaking. you're getting lazy.
I'm thinking, dude!
See, even your brain is getting lazy.
You have to think or you're not saying. You have to think of what you're saying. You have to think of what you say before you say it, or
That's
you're
true,
just saying.
That's very smart to do so.
You're just saying stuff to say stuff. Like me right now, I'm stalling.
Yep, you're stalling. All right, come on. The more you stall, the more I have to edit this. So,
you have to like wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Stay inside. Avoid touching your face at all causes, which means your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and even your ears. Because those are all open places on your face, or your head in general.
You're making my face itch. Don't touch it.
I have an itch on my nipple right now as well.
It's hard not to. I wasn't smelling my armpit. I was scratching my nose with my shoulder. The shoulders count? Are they free game? I don't know. All right, so those are your ideas to stay safe. But what do you think about what's going on right now? Are we cool? Are you still cool? Are we surviving? Are we going crazy? We're getting stir crazy, right? I wish we could hang out with our friends and family and stuff like that more.
Video chat.
Alrighty. Okay. So, moving on.
I told you I was going crazy.
Yeah, I see. All right, Uncle Clown. He says, "Is wrestling fake?"
I remember that one. Like, it depends on the type of fake that you're talking about. What perspective of fake are you talking about? Like, the TV part or like the actual pow?
Pow pow.
Okay, so the pow pow?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is 100% reality, 100%, a million times 100% real. Because, I mean, wait, wrestling or boxing?
I thought you remembered this one.
Wrestling,
not boxing.
Okay, yeah, wrestling. No, wrestling is totally fake. Yeah. What I said about reality
them hits
means
are
fake.
Not fake. Those hits are not fake. No, listen to me. Now, I'm not talking about the actual hit. I'm talking about anytime you get hit. Like, taking a hit can be like falling on the mat, though. That's not fake. See?
It's a 50-50, okay?
What about 49-51 though? Ooh, what about 49-50? And there's that 1% that's unknown. I think I did my math right.
48-52.
48-52. Which is which though?
48 is real and 52 is fake.
Okay. All right.
It's math, kids!
It's math.
Learn your maths!
All right. Steven asks,
Dry throat from yelling. It hurts.
Steven asks, are pants tucked into shirts when shirts are untucked?
$41.59. 41.59.
No, you can't answer everything with a math equation. It don't work like that. Our Our pants, you had such a better answer that first time that didn't record. On the wrestling too. Our pants, next time audio will be good. I think I said that before though. Are pants tucked into shirts when shirts are untucked?
So, whenever I have the explanation...
You gotta think about it. Quit putting on a show and think about it. Think about it. You gotta think about it.
Whenever,
think about it.
So, whenever...
Cheers. Alright, go. Go.
So, whenever you tuck your pants into your whenever you tuck your shirt into your pants, you got me mixed up now. When you tuck your shirt into your pants, whenever your shirt is tucked into your pants, you have a shield over your shirt to keep your shirt down. And not like, whenever I lift up my arms, if I had a shirt that didn't really much fit me, but this one's a little bit too big, but that's not the point. If I had a shirt that wasn't, that was like my size, then my belly might show. But if I had my pants tucked in, if I had my shirt tucked into, if I had my shirt tucked into, if I had my shirt tucked into my pants, then my belly wouldn't show because there would be a protection over it. But does that mean whenever your shirt is untucked and your pants are tucked into your shirt, does that mean that it keeps your pants from going down? No. So that is a no. I just did that with an echo.
All right. Good answer, I guess. Okay. So, okay, I remember this one. Haley asks, any ideas you may have on things when you would do things differently? So, for instance, is there anything that you would do differently about school?
I would bring my lunch every day.
No, I'm talking about the way you'd bring your lunch every day.
Yeah, because all they feed us is unhealthy stuff.
Oh, I got you. Well, we might be able to go back to that if you ever go back to school.
Well, I try not to eat their food. I only eat them their food if I'm starving, because
you mean you don't
disgusting.
You mean you're not eating at school?
I am, but
Thank the Lord you're not going. Good grief, you weren't eating but at home?
I'm eating at school, but I just don't eat like half the stuff that they serve us, because half the stuff they serve us is like cakes.
Sweets. Nasty stuff.
Like one day, like all the healthy stuff that they had was pickles and a burger isn't the healthiest choice.
Mm-hmm. Don't hide behind your microphone, though. Move your microphone over a little bit. There you go. Yeah, you want it to the side. There you go. All right.
I would do social distancing on playground. I would whenever I got done using something, and like after lunch and stuff like that, and after the playground and stuff like that, I would wash my hands for 40 seconds with soap.
40 seconds. Twice the recommended time.
with
your hands are gonna be all bleeding. What? 12 years old. Hey, Shanae, look at my hands. Nasty. I can't wash my hands like that. They'll dry out bad and they'll split open and start bleeding.
How do you? This is my question for you to answer.
What's that? Don.
How does the water make your hands dry? Because water is wet, so it should make your hands wet.
Well, what it does is it takes too many oils out of your hands. I think what's happening is it takes too many oils out of your hands. So oils in your hands is what really keeps your skin moist, I think. And I've got thicker skin on a lot of parts of my hands, so they dry out quickly. Maybe if I had thinner skin, there would be more oil to go around relatively. I don't know. It's just me guessing. What? Yeah. Your skin is thin. Plus you're young and stuff, so I don't know. But
enjoy your young time, younglings.
I'm no dermatologist, but it feels like it takes too many oils out of your skin, and they get dry and then they crack open. Let's see here. Miss Morgan asks, how about books that you recommend for other kids?
Again, back to that question. So it's like my answer is like what I did for the activities. It matters what kind of bookworm you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an active bookworm, if you're a sports bookworm, if you're a artsy bookworm that teach you like arts and crafts and stuff like that.
So identify what you like and just look for a book as far as that goes.
But if you're like me and you like everything, then there's there's 3 things that I would recommend.
Okay.
One of them is especially for girls.
Okay, go. What do you read?
Some boys. So there's this book called The Girl Who Could Not Dream. And it's active, it's arts and crafts, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things about. It's a really good book. I can't even describe the good book.
Just describe it and what it's about in one sentence.
Active, art, lazy, creative,
attributes. I'm saying, say a sentence. Say a sentence.
It's really
that describes
active.
What it's about. I've not read the book, but I would say that it's about a girl who couldn't dream.
That's not the main point.
Is it not? Could have fooled me. Somebody's going to be totally let down if they're like, oh, she can't dream like me. Let me read this book. What is this? It's about a dump truck full of buckets? What is that? What does that even mean?
She can't dream, but she gives her parents make dream catchers. And so she has a 3-story house, counting the attic. So her first story, not counting her basement. So her basement is their dream shop, their secret dream shop that they give stuff off to strangers. They make dream catchers, and they play games like they see people that have nightmares and they have to guess what the nightmares are about. And they have nightmare potions and also dream potions. Some of them are like under the bed monster and the closet monster and stuff like that. And then their first floor is their bookshop. She loves to read. That would be me whenever I get older. Anyway, the second story is technically like her first story. So they have a kitchen, and have their kitchen and their living room. And then and then on the last story, which is their attic, their third story of the house is the bedroom, because they made part of their house into their shop. And yeah.
Okay. And what are the other two books you would recommend?
They are series.
Okay.
So there's the Cat Warriors. It's about cats.
Have you looked at that encyclopedia yet?
Haven't opened one page. I've actually opened it and read like half the book. Half a page.
I got you.
But there's like 1,000 pages. Anyways, but and there's like all these clans, and it's really cool. And like, I have the first 3 books, and I've read 2 of the books. Cause how it all started was I was inside of my quest room, and she was giving out books for us to read for 2 weeks, and then we had to bring them back. And she told me that the book she watches us, and the book that she would think that I would like would be like one of her. She had a cat warrior book. She let me take it home for 2 weeks, and I read half the book, and I loved it. Then a few months later, my dad took me to Barnes & Noble so that I could get any book that I wanted. And then we found the Cat Warrior books. They had Cat Warrior books, and I was so excited. And then we found out that they didn't have the first book, so we had to order them online. And then I got the first 3 books. And now I'm in the middle of reading the first book, and they are awesome. The second, and they're like adventure books. So if you're an adventure type person, then you should definitely get Cat Warrior books. Then the second series, or the third book, or the third books. It's called Whatever After. This is the girly one, but some boys can read it too. There's a boy and a girl, but you're the girl in this perspective. But so the girl, your name is Abby, and you have a brother named Jonah, and they have this magical mirror in their basement, and there's an evil fairy trapped a good fairy inside of the magical mirror, and whenever you tap on the mirror 3 times, then it teleports you to one of the stories. Like, for instance, Alice in Wonderland, that's the special edition. Red Riding Hood, there is Princess and the Pea, Frozen, Aladdin, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast. There's a whole bunch of other ones like Jack and Beanstalk. There's a lot. And if you're an adventure person, or if you're more like a short chapter book type person, like it only has like 26 chapters, which isn't a lot for me. But if you like long chapter books like that, then you should definitely get that. And also, if you have a computer for school or anything like that, they're on Epic. Just search up Whatever After and then go to series, and they will have that there, and it has all of their books except for like 2.
All right, Miss Danielle asks, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Both. The chicken. Chicken.
Where did chicken come from?
God. Because there had to be a chicken to lay the egg. Then there had to be another chicken to come out of the egg. And then there had to be another. And then that chicken had to lay an egg. And then, you know the process.
All right. I guess we got it settled then. All right. All right. Chelsea recommended movie review, book review, toy review, music review. We'll do some of those. We're running long on this one. We're already at 30 minutes, and we had a lot of those as ideas. Shout out to Chelsea, and we'll cover those in another video. They're already on the list. Miss Susan had a good idea of things that we can look up with bubbles. And then Miss Desiree, she had some ideas on some books for you to read, and then you reviewed them, the Sherlock Holmes stories, and then she had some other things about meditation and yoga and things like that. So those are actually great ideas that we're going to integrate into future episodes. We had actually talked about doing some yoga, finding some kind of yoga on YouTube to do, keep me a little bit more limber, and that would be good training for you, because even though you're mentioning fitness with your parents and stuff, usually you need to be a little bit older before you do a lot of weight training. I'm not sure. I think the cutoff's like 13 or something like that before you can really start doing good weight training. But, there's a lot of other things that kids can do. Of course, most cardio I believe would be all right for them. But yoga is a good idea. I think kids can do a lot of yoga, and that'd be good for them.
BRB.
Oh.
So, just talking about those book series. This is the Cat Warriors. They have a whole bunch of different ones. So this is The Prophecy Begins. There is The New Prophecy, Power of Three, Omen of Stars, and then there's a whole bunch of more. And I have the first three. This is one of the whatever afters. These are the books on the back. And this is Jack and Beanstalk. And the encyclopedia that he was talking about is this.
All right. So shout out to the person using a skill saw right now in the background. We got our windows open right here. So yeah, I think this is gonna be it for this time. Jasmine, go ahead and sit back down and put those up later. Let's tell everybody bye. Everybody bye.
Bye bye. La, 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 la. See ya.